Brought to you by Station House Coffee, stationhousecoffee.com.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 1. The very first episode of hopefully a limited series where I recap how the coronavirus lockdown is going. Usually Tuesdays are the day I talk about UFC, or try to in some way relate it to UFC. There's no live fights right now. There's no live sports right now. So I'm doing this show in its place. So as soon as the UFC comes back, which may be soon, may not be soon, then that will replace this, because that will mean basically the how I gauge how well things are going is if live sports start coming back, then you know there's improvement, because they are going to want to start live sports. You're going to see movie productions starting back up. You're going to start seeing things start, just entire industries starting to get back to work. But at this point, we're far out from that. I don't know how far out from that we are, but that will be the litmus test of when things are starting to, as a society, get better. So until then, Rona Dayz, every Tuesday, episode 1. So let's start with not last Wednesday, Wednesday from last, on the 11th specifically of, what month is this? Is this March? I don't even know. Yeah, we're in March right now. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, CDC is contacting me, keeping me updated on everything, but it's not an important thing. Anyway, so Wednesday, the 11th, life started to get canceled. It's when sporting events started canceling. That's when comedians started canceling. Just a lot of things started to be canceled, as far as like performances and things like that. Then the next Monday, Tuesday, so that whole weekend went through. That next Monday, Tuesday, that's when pretty much the rest of stuff got canceled. Movie theaters got canceled, so you're not going to see a lot of reviews of new movies, because there's not going to be any new movies for a while. They're talking about releasing, and they have released some of the movies that were in theaters early on video on demand, charging like $20 to rent a movie. Like Invisible Man, I think, is one of them, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, it's kind of instantaneous, kind of experimenting. It's something that the movie industry, there's been talk of for a long time, especially kind of experimenting with early releases on digital, especially since movie theaters have been declining pretty steadily for a long time. I mean, when I used to work at a movie theater back in 1999, they were talking about it. That was back when they were still projectionists. I was a projectionist, and that was one of the big things. Especially then, was that projectionists were going to be extinct because they're going to go all digital, which happened. But then, movie theaters may not even be around when this thing clears up. It'll be interesting to see how many theaters reopen. The Regal Unlimited thing that I have is worthless. They put it on pause, thankfully, until everything clears up. But Monday or Tuesday, movie theaters start closing down. And then by the 20th, which I think was a Friday of last week, just a few days ago, California, where I live, basically followed the lead of San Francisco and just shut all non-essential stuff down. So restaurants are open, for takeout only. So you can still get food. Grocery stores obviously still open. Banks are still open. The essentials are still open. Like hardware stores you can still get to. So there's still things going on. So there's a big chunk of society that's working their ass off right now. You got all the people in grocery stores and restaurants. I mean, mostly grocery stores, and then hospitals being overworked, treated like shit, guaranteed. I worked at Costco for 13 years, and around the holidays, people are the biggest assholes ever. I mean, you can get a taste of it in Black Friday videos. That's kind of it's kind of what the holidays bring out of people. Any kind of stressful time, people tend to be show their true colors of just pure worthlessness. So be nice to your cashiers at your grocery stores, because even though they're getting paid, they're not getting paid much. I wouldn't be surprised if some places are threatening employees to work uh, overtime, and just like, I don't know, it's ridiculous. So be nice to everybody, and then the rest of the population is just out of work. You have comedians are out of work. So you have all the openers, like nobody's performing right now. You have acting, TV show productions, movie productions all shut down. Live sports is all shut down. A lot of podcasts that rely on studios and crews, those are shut down. A lot of things are shut down right now. Um, and it's crazy. It is crazy times, and there's still, to this point, no real solution that's been, as far as I know, that's been decided on. There's talk of cutting checks to everybody, which I think is going to be the best thing. There's also been tax cuts, which would do absolutely nothing for me, or any of the artists that, or people that are independent contractors, don't have sick time. They don't have corporations setting up, security funds for them, like Netflix thankfully is doing their part. I know Joe Rogan and Whitney Cummings are getting together to put something together to help out stand-up comedians. So people are kind of making do, but there's people like myself who's not making any money, and it's yeah, it's out of my control. So I'm hoping for the best, and just gonna try and create as much as I can, since I'm forced to be in my studio, as it were. So yeah, so as at this point, California is shut down. I think New York is shut down also. A couple states have differing um, kind of things. Everybody's encouraged to stay home. Of course, people in Florida are being like they are, people in Florida act a certain way, especially kids. Spring break. Yeah, there's going to be stupid people in Florida. First off, the government of Florida should have shut everything down. So while everybody wants to complain about the kids on the beach in Florida, like they shouldn't have even been allowed, like everything should be shut down. It's like, which is crazy, because you see these videos. Like somebody posted a video of the Las Vegas Strip this past Saturday, and it's just empty, which is insane to see the Las Vegas Strip with nobody on it on a Saturday during probably peak season, I would imagine, for Vegas. It's got to be a big time of year for Vegas. But yeah, everything's shut down, and hopefully, and we have, there's good people out there like Bernie Sanders raising money for charities, fighting to try and get the kind of financial stability and support that individuals need, let alone all the corporations and banks are going to get bailed out anyway. But yeah, for individuals like me, which there's a lot of, which there's some comfort in knowing that, like, in a way, a lot of America and a lot of people around the world are kind of down at my lower level, which I'm sure is terrifying for most of them. And then for me, it's almost been my reality for many years now. But yeah, it's crazy times right now. So that's it for this episode of Rona Days. Not much has happened, not much new. But yeah, I'll come back next week, next Tuesday, with episode 2, and talk about these Rona days, man. Stay safe, be nice. and hopefully we'll all get through this together. Go check out Station House Coffee, a small business out in Vermont. Single batch, small batch roast, single origin coffee delivered. Go to their website, stationhousecoffee.com. Follow them on Station House Coffee on Instagram. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!